How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here, and today we're going to talk about The Flash Season 6, Episode 17, titled Liberation. This episode, actually, this episode is a whole mess of weird. So, obviously, this episode follows after Iris kicks out Barry. Now, the episode starts with the crew trying to build the positive Speed Force. Last week I did say, when are they going to do it? Turns out they're actively trying, and this episode begins with them showing us that they are indeed actively trying. And unfortunately for the guys, they fail. Um, yeah, they fail, and it's frustrating. Now, Barry, of course, grabs the journal and leaves the room. And Cecile goes to see Iris, asking her, to try and, I guess, be a bridge between Barry and Iris, because, there are rough times and whatnot. Uh, Cecile goes home and finds Barry has made one of those conspiracy theory boards. He's actually made three of them in the shape of a U. And as we see it, he's very convinced of a fact that we've known for weeks now, but he's convinced that the Iris that they're talking to isn't the real Iris. Which we know is true. We know that she's some kind of mirror doppelganger thing. And so he tries to convince them that they bring in Nash, and of course with Iris, Mirror Iris with the fake with the help of Eva, tricks them into believing that Barry is actually the doppelganger, but not her. It's weird. Of course, Cecile is like, no, no, no. I feel like Cecile knows in her heart that Barry is Barry, and so she lets him loose. Now, the title of this particular episode actually comes from, I guess it's the code name, if you will, of Eva's plan. They need one more ingredient to help Eva escape the mirror world. That ingredient is a drop of blood from Brother Blood, which I didn't. I guess that's why they brought him in this season and not like season 7, season 5, is because although he's the main villain of season 6, he doesn't. He turns out he's not. He's like the main villain of the first part of season 6, I guess you could say. And he's like when they will go to release him. Mirror Iris, Mirror Singh, and Mirror Camilla. I finally remembered her name. Yeah. Um, they said it like a good times in the episode, and yeah, I just remembered her name finally. Uh, he, uh, After Mira Camilla dies to release him, he gives them the blood and steps back into the cell, saying there are many walls, uh, here between here and the outside world. I was never gonna make it out anyway. He's playing the long game, as it were. Which is it's smart, you know. He knew he wasn't gonna be able to get out. And of course, the episode culminates in a showdown between the Mirror Iris and Barry, whose speed is waning and waning fast. Barry gets very heavily injured, and Mirror Iris is killed by Eva when she decides she will live for herself and not for Eva's will. Eva then threatens Flash, saying, "Stay out of my way, I'll stay out of yours." And claiming she won't kill it. She has a failsafe in Sing, Camilla, and Iris. Now, that the meat of the story is done. Guess who's back this episode? Danielle Panabaker is back as Caitlin Snow. It turns out that Caitlin is now really, really frosty. She has a temperature of 34 degrees Fahrenheit, which, as those of you who live in, you know, normal temperature environments, know 34 is pretty close. It's pretty chilly. Let me look up the water or the freezing temperature. Freezing. If I can spell freezing temp of water. I can't spell, by the way. 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So at 34 degrees, she's close to the freezing temperature of water, and our bodies are 70% water. So she's pretty close to freezing. Physically being frozen solid. It was. She theorizes that it was her immune system trying to, because the wound from the light gun had ruptured, and so she theorized it was her immune system, like a failsafe in her immune system and whatnot. Yeah, I just started coughing. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, um, can water freeze above 32 degrees? That's actually an interesting question. Obviously, we know there's like a buffer and whatnot, but generally speaking, 32 degrees is because 32 degrees is 0 degrees Celsius. I didn't actually need to do the math to do the search. I know this, but like whatever. Yeah, and so it's her immune system as like a failsafe, as it were, to keep her alive. They bring her back using Ralph. He uses himself as a jumper cable, as it were, to recharge Caitlin's ice batteries, I guess. Which I'm happy for. Anyway, that was the entirety of the episode. Small and big. We all know nothing has. We're now close to the end. This season, and maybe we have like two. We have, from what I understand, we have about 2 episodes left. This season. Anyway, I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was good. It was entertaining. Everyone in the crew finally discovered Mirror Iris, or so we thought. We got to see Caitlin again. She's one of my favorite characters in the series. Um, and Eva's finally free. Anyway, so you guys tell me what you guys thought of the episode down in the comment section down below. That's gonna be it for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time, and as always, stay bright.